That's a belt right there. It's dangerous.
It's fairly dangerous. I live fairly
Let's
dangerous.
not do that. Good morning, guys. It's cold in the morning, sweater weather. The old John Deere fired up. Got a friend who's got a wood chipper that through the belt, it's got belt issues, got alignment issues. Wants us to look at it. So we're gonna hook onto a spindle hitch and back this in the shop where it's a little bit warmer and see why this thing is throwing the belt and what all's wrong with it. We're not quite sure. Let's go look at it. Woohoo, hold on. You ever used one of these?
Never. I've never even seen one used.
I've seen lots of videos of how dangerous they are.
Yeah.
But I've never used one. He told me it has a 4-cylinder Cummins, which I was like, sweet, it needs serviced, oil change, air filter. But where's the belt at?
I think it's under that cover, because that's the engager.
Looks like it's loose. That's what he said. You pull that to engage it. Someone that knows anything about these is going to laugh at us, but this just isn't a normal.
But it's put together with nuts and bolts, so we can definitely figure it out.
That's a big belt.
The belt is gone. Looks like there's a lot of vulcanized rubber. Yeah, we'll shine a light in there and see. There's part of the belt.
Pieces. So it's been rubbing into the shield. Do the bolts on that look funny? Looks like that wedges in to lock it. That's impressive. Direct drive right to the flywheel.
What do you think?
So we look at the motor, see what the motor needs, and see why it's throwing a belt, which you can see why. Look down that.
It's crooked.
Like 1.5 inches out of a line. There's something going on. We need some more covers off, it looks like. I kind of wanted to do a durability test. Chuck some wood in, chuck a tire in.
That would be awesome.
See what these things will eat. But
maybe a piece of oak.
well, he says 8-10-inch junipers. They've been just
shoving them in it.
Shoving in it. It's been eating.
This thing must have some serious power then.
All right, so if you look right here, so that engages chipper, which just pulls tension on the belt and locks it in. See how much that moved?
That's crazy.
So if you look, there's 5 ribs right here. There's 5 ribs down there. So we're right on the edge. So we're measuring off this rib, so we need to be looking right there on that rib. So we're 1 inch out right there. If we pull this over, that lines up perfect.
So what do you suppose holds that? Just the tension of the belt holds that in place?
Well, that's why it's eating belts, because it's got sideways pressure and it's pulling into the cover, into the guard.
Gotcha.
The drive line has a slip, so it can move, vibrations. I don't believe that's supposed to move, just forward and backwards.
That's what I would think.
I would think that should just to engage it. I don't think it should move. We need to crawl under it.
There's got to be an adjuster somewhere so you can hold that in place.
I don't know if a set screw would do it.
And it may have had one on that shaft where it slides back and forth and it's just vibrated out.
And it's lost that.
Right.
Let me find a creeper and we'll go underneath this thing. So, let me trade you. Push on that front pulley, will you? So it's just a solid shaft push them through a tube.
It's like just a slip yoke.
Not the drive line, this bottom one.
Yeah.
What we need to look at now is that. So that slip right there, we just need something to hold that out. And then the pulley won't move, right?
I think so. As long as it's straight, I can see what's been eating the belt.
Is that
it's got underneath this guard right here. This one.
Well, it probably hops and jumps when it's got sideways pressure on it.
Right. That one's solid though. That one don't move at all.
And maybe that needs to move because maybe the chipper end moves.
Maybe.
With vibration.
I wonder if they bought a five groove solid belt. You know what those are, that are all hooked to get vulcanized together.
Well, that's what it is. They're not singles.
They're not singles?
No.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna have to get a belt and just start it and watch it.
Does that back pulley move at all?
It's not. It turns easy, but it's not moving. I could get a barn trap, but these grooves are completely full of rubberized.
I just wonder
belt.
when it jumps and hops and torques, if that needs to, if we made it solid. I don't know. I can't see there being a problem. We'll look into it. Someone from Vermeer that works on these a lot probably knows exactly what's wrong.
You're always on the computer, dear. Don't you have some work to do today?
I am working. You think I'm just on the computer wasting time?
Never, not you.
Look, I'll show you guys. When you have cows, one of the most important things is what are you going to supplement them with in the winter for the feed they're on. Keelick is not a sponsor. 30%, 20% high copper. It's that time of year, and we're deciding what to order, getting ready to send a truck up.
Glad you worry about your cows, but what about you?
Look, I worry about me. This is what I do. Let me show you. Look. All right. I worry about my gut health too, and my daily vitamins. I drink AG1, so ease up on me, all right?
Which we're grateful for because he won't take vitamins. All the years we've been married, I've begged him to take vitamins.
So lately, I have been worried about my gut health. And I was like, you know what, dear, help me find something. So, I've been taking AG1 for a while now. Because it's easy. I like mixing the water in first because then it doesn't stick to the bottom and clump up. And you just pound this 8 ounces of green water. Growing up, my parents forced us kids to drink some nasty crap. I don't remember what it was called. I hated it. It's like, no, I'm not doing it. I've had a horrible experience. Finally got brave enough to try it, and I like it. It's got a chocolatey aftertaste, and it's pretty easy for me to drink. Just like that, I know I'm good for the day. My guts don't hurt me. I don't feel as bloated. And the weird thing is I feel a boost of energy. I don't crave food. I'm not as hungry. And I enjoy it because I just feel good. I go to work and I just keep working. I'm not constantly wanting to eat. AG1 has 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. It is gluten-free. I believe like dairy, paleo, vegan. I would recommend this to my friends and family. And if I didn't want my own family to take it because it'd be bad for them, I wouldn't recommend it. But my family likes this stuff too. AG1 supports a calm, healthy mood and bounce back from stress. So if you guys want to trust me or believe me, this stuff works, makes you feel better in the morning. So I'm going to get back to worrying about my cows instead of me because I'm took care of. So if you guys want to use the link below, drinkag1.com/89built to subscribe and save $20 on your first subscription of AG1. Okay, we're back at it. Parts showed up. Fuel filter, oil filter. Air box was missing the clips. Well, the back of the box was broke, so the clips wouldn't stay in. New air filter and lid and a spare belt in case we screw up, do something wrong, or find out why it's throwing the belt. Hey, got little crazy hair. Today is crazy hair day at the school, so we're sporting that. Got some burned on rubber to get off. Looks like you missed a spot.
You see it?
Looks like you need to
I missed
keep
a
at
few
it.
spots.
I mean, it's pretty clean except for there. Then it gets good again.
Then I got to do this one down here too. This
Bad's
pulley.
it. Oh,
It's not quite as bad.
It's not as bad.
Keep after it.
At least I know I got something to do.
We're going to service it, change the oil, fuel filters, air filter, get some pulleys cleaned up, get the belt on, and then I think we've engineered a way.
So
I
quit
still
throwing the
don't
belt.
know why that moves. That front pulley needs to stay out. We're probably going to weld a plate on to keep it out, but right or wrong, we'll find out.
Okay.
So was you doing that one?
Yeah. I'm not getting it all.
Kind of worked. Didn't really work. I mean, you could hit these others. We got some of it. But hit the next one inside.
Okay.
Can you angle it?
Putting it-
The other was hitting the grinder there. Got kind of the top layer off. It's alright.
Okay. We'll sharpen that scraper.
Alright, sitting here on the floor. Got my used motor oil bucket. Only took me 4 tries. It's 15/16, if you were wondering. Shows it was serviced this year, this spring. So, little black. Not horrible. Just a diesel. What do you think this little 4-cylinder holds? 2.5 gallons? Think it's 3?
No, it's probably a gallon and a half.
It's got to be at least 2, don't it?
I don't know.
That'll work.
See that thing moves? The shaft right here moves. Yeah, I know.
I got the oil changed. You been doing anything?
I got the pulley all cleaned off, that one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Spotless.
I ended up pulling the cover off. It was easier to get to.
I see that. That's better than it once was.
Yeah.
Sweet.
The front one I think still needs a little love. I've got the where I can see, but I need to turn the motor over.
And then put the cover back on and see if the belt fits.
I'm wondering if it might be easier if we, when we get the oil in, if we start it and just use the wire wheel on it while it's running.
It's dangerous.
It's fairly dangerous. I live fairly
Let's
dangerous.
not do that. Kind of missed taking the old one off, but oh, that's still draining. We'll let that finish draining. Get the new one on. Spin the new one on. And then we'll ride on it where you can see it. Come here, Rat. Perfect. We're adding oil. Said I had it changed, but I had it drained. Got the filter on. We're gonna add some oil. Hey, Rat, hop down and grab me the rag that's on the front of this, please.
Here, Daddy.
Thank you. My broom is working great. Hasn't failed yet. Onto this filter. How much is it gonna leak? If it's gonna hit the ground, or where it's gonna hit the ground. Time it runs off the hoses and everything else. We are close. That is fuel filter.
You need me to run it full of fuel?
Well, it has a pump on it.
Oh, okay.
Put it on, tighten it up.
You got oil in already?
Yeah. That should be tight enough. Perfect. You got the wire off?
Wire's gone.
That was holding the old lid on. It was wrapped around.
The old
clamp.
redneck hold all. Okay, what do you think? Gonna work?
Just got the inside one popped in. I would say that's in.
That looks better than that wire holding it.
No more
Yeah.
wire job.
No more yet.
Okay. Well, we're ready to put the belt on now, I think.
Let's go for it.
We found that this thing right here was broke, and so this was bent out, and there was a big chunk of the belt caught behind it. I think that's part of what was catching and making it throw the belt. And the other thing was this spring was missing, and Sean had a spring that seemed to fit perfect on it. And then the pulleys were clear full of rubber, but we got them all cleaned out, so we're gonna put a belt on it now. See if it'll work.
It's a big old belt. May have to take this cover.
It's got a cotter pin in it.
Well, not a cotter pin. Just gotta work it, I guess. Well, it's all together. Bolts are back in. Oh boy, that's a belt right there. Whew.
That's tight.
She's tight. It's up off the guard on the bottom. It's missing everything. I don't know. Now we just need a battery so we can start it. I'm gonna crawl under there and look and see if the pulley is in or out. It is in. It's out a quarter. It's pushed backwards that far. We're gonna have to watch it while it's running, kind of see what it's doing.
See where it goes, huh?
Because we lined it up, and it was lined up all the way out, right?
Right.
And that's in, so it's not lined up, but it's tight. Right?
According to this housing, it's still got to come out.
You can look down the belt. I don't know if the camera can see it,
Should we pry it out just a little?
but it's crooked. Yeah, hand me a pry bar.
Let's see. Which way it pulls that?
Pull it forward and then to you.
Okay.
Got it. That came out a long ways. See if you can engage it.
Stayed out.
Belt looks 1,000 times better.
You think we need to just put something there to hold it out, maybe? Yeah, the belt looks straight now. Up here.
Let's look at this. That is flat now. So I think we can clean this off, weld a plate down that can push against, and force that to stay out. Is kind of what I'm thinking. I wish someone from Vermeer that knew better could tell me. If any of you guys have ever worked on these, please let us know, because we're just guessing at this point. We got our piece cut 1 9/16, but we need to round it, so we're just cutting corners off, then we should be able to weld it on. My dad got this square piece of metal cut and then made it roundish. Let's see how it looks here. Oh, perfect. If I can hold it steady. Covers that, we'll still be able to weld it. And then that can't push out. All right, let's hold this right there. Pretty good. I think we'll weld it. Well, there's that. Let's take the tension off and see if it moves. All right.
So that's the clutch, I guess. It just slips the belt, right?
I'm sure you don't want to run it. I'm sure you just start it and engage it. I'm sure you don't leave it idling.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know anything about it, but
Solid now.
solid.
I wonder why that wasn't solid to begin with.
Still.
That don't make any sense to me.
It really doesn't, does it? Still out, right there. It went in 3/16, not even a quarter, but
It was going in about 1 inch before
going in.
I was making it throw the belt.
over 1 inch. So
Cool.
we'll get a battery and fire this thing up, see what it does. Same. That's engaged. We're a 1/4 inch away. About a 1/4 inch away.
Straight edge. That's pretty good, then.
Straight edges don't lie.
See what we can run through this thing.
What should we start with? V8 or V6?
We got both. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe an endurance test on it and see what it'll run.
Durability test.
Or durability test. There you go.
We'll start small and work our way up.
Definitely a big chunk of wood, though.
Got a battery I had, Optima, that was dead. It wouldn't start. What kind of jump pack you got?
I do.
Dave thinks of a jump pack.
Yep.
Got my brother-in-law that checks in on us all the time. I don't know what we'd do without him. Probably get something done. Nice. She is serviced, coolant's changed, oil's changed, filters, and the belt's on, and it's lined up. So we've just got to start it. We got it to start finally after cranking it, but we just shut it right off. So we're gonna let it run, see if the belt stays on. Yeah, that should work.
Well, should we see if
It wouldn't. We had to have a jumper on it for a while. Dave got us to start. Oh, it did once.
Dang it.
We're gonna need that thing again. It ran for a few minutes, and I figured it'd be warm enough it would survive, but.
All right, go for it.
Go for it. It'll pick up. It doesn't throw it. It gets going. Yeah, you pulled it. It's not rubbing anything. I like it. Let's do it. Thanks, buddy. Yep. What are we going to put through it first?
Your hand.
The old battery? I've never used one of these, but I know we can let it down and try it. Here, you video, I'll push him in. Stick your legs out. Between David reading the instructions, sending my dad through the feeder house, took
That
the
was
top.
painful.
We took the top cover. You broke it, by the way. Your hard head wouldn't even
Yeah, I
go.
wouldn't even chew my head up. It's so freaking hard.
We cut some branches off. Let's go try this thing. And then it's all done, I believe. Hey, pick it up. There you go. Hey Dave, come stand right here. Come on. Didn't even need a jump pack. Spin it. Let's spin it. Well, the belt held. Yeah. It's not even bogging it. Turn this down. Watch it and see if it slows down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. raise up. I think that's one of the issues they were having. That's why I wanted to try it too. He says that thing's not raising up and it just stops. So that's up now. And that thing should have just came up. It should have came up above them.
Well, was the feeder going too slow on that one?
It was going slower.
It's going slower.
Rev it up a little bit, let's kick it in
And then we'll
reverse.
back it out.
Back it out and then turn it up.
And if we turn it up, maybe it'll just jump up higher.
Maybe. That thing's fine.
So maybe,
I think
so
you
maybe
gotta
it
have
was
it.
going too slow.
I think I revved it up a little bit more. I mean, I put a little more rapid
Probably
speed.
just gotta have it on full power.
And so it would jump. It was going so slow, it just bam.
I watched a person, they threw string through it and they had it tied to a mannequin like 20 yards back, and once it got to the cutter, it just whipped
Just
that guy.
threw.
I mean, he was dead.
I believe it. That's gnarly.
Yeah,
That thing's vicious.
that thing's awesome.
Well, once
Drag
they
that one over here.
once they try it and use it a little more, if that thing raising doesn't work right, they may
I
have
think
to
it-
take it to Vermeer. I don't know.
I think it's working.
I think it's working. Sweet.
The
That's
main
fun.
problem, the belt's not.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
belt stayed on.
Yeah,
Doesn't even smell like it burned it. So
I like it.
freaking ripped those trees.
That was impressive.
wow.
That was impressive. Thanks for your help, Dave.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was
Glad
awesome.
you didn't get sent to the feeder house. We'll make a
Glad my
phone.
hard hat caught.
We'll make a phone call and get this thing out of here.
So we've been working on this chipper a little, and it was shutting off on us. So we're trying some bigger logs, and we think we figured out why it's shutting off.